Hello, welcome back to Aranami's Beast, and today we're back with Karigurashi Ren'ai, new project, because I beat Welcome on the High Spec OC. Yes. This is also with the R18 patch installed, because without the... I already noticed something was going wrong, because the main menu didn't even have the 4 girls in it. Steam really being more and more cringe these days. Like, the time for censored the ends is dying. I remember a fucking censored version of fucking Sabre the Witch still having nude sprites. Imagine that. That was something that happened once. But now it's gotten to the point where some VNs don't even have anything past the fucking common route. I don't know if this is the case for this. I don't know how much was cut for the fucking all ages release, but I just decided to fucking install the patch the moment I saw it. The literal fucking main menu was an empty background. Anyways, thanks to Aranami Games for letting me play it. I did not accept a review copy for this one because it has been released for over a week. And I was also told by Bish that I would really like Miori, who also does not have a route. So fuck my life, I guess. As usual, down in the description, there should be a link to the Steam page for this. However, if there isn't, I wouldn't be surprised considering I forgot to upload part 14 of Welcome on my High Spec until literally earlier today. Whoops! Anyways, let's just start.
ねえ、たっくんって覚えてる？おー、たっくんな。覚えてる覚えてる。それ、覚えてないやつですよね。さすがの鳥頭ね。あやか、そういうお前は覚えてるのかよ。もちろん覚えてますとも。ね、リト先輩。え？私？リトは覚えてるでしょ。よく一緒に遊んでたし。覚えてる。リト先輩。なんだか嬉しそうですね。
I'm already trying to like identify voices.
ちょっと懐かしくって。
And I'm not getting anything right now.
で、結局誰なの？一生思い出さなくていいですよ、鳥頭。たっくん、今日帰ってくるんだって。なんでも一人暮らし始めるらしいわよ。今日ね、たくまさんと連絡取ってたんですね。知りませんでした。まあね。うち特に親同士が仲良かったから。なあリト、今日ねと綾香が知らない男の話題で勝手に盛り上がってんだけど。日和、本当に覚えてないの？瀬戸田拓磨。ほら、あんたんとこの商店街の外れに住んでた。ダメそうね。幼い頃の話とはいえ、幼なじみのことを忘れるなんて。まったくひどい鳥ですね。鳥扱いやめろ。つか、名前と顔が一致しないんだけど。それ、本当に幼なじみって言えんの？どんな顔してましたっけ？日和はともかく、あやちゃんはしょうがないかもね。幼なじみって言っても、もう10年くらい前の話だし。日和はともかく？名前ぐらい覚えていてあげなよ。リトまで私が白状者みたいな言い方しないでくれよ。よし、百聞は一見にしかず。顔見りゃ思い出すかも。スタコの優しさ。
The only one I believe I can recognize from another game currently is Hiyori, but I cannot place where.
ちょっと日和、どこ行くの？噂のター君に会いに行ってくるから、どうぞお構いなく。
Never mind, I got it. I got it, but I forgot the name from the character. It's also Kanojo, because that's the fucking pseudo sister route, isn't it? Hold on. Sosaku Kanojo VNDB. What was the name again? I'm terrible. Yumemi Kusuhara Yui. Which also is a character I don't know from Daito Shogun no Tsujikai because that one was only in the fucking console release of the game. She's also Izumi from Clover Days though. As well as Meguru. Yeah. Let's just scroll on down. Is Karigurashi Ren'ai in here? It is, and I am right. God, I'm good.
たっくんね。第一村人発見。
That's just rude. Ah! What's with his blonde?
つかぬことをお聞きしますが、この辺りでなんとかさんという男を探しているのですが、ご存知ないですか？
That's a little too vague to go on.
そうですか。捜査協力感謝します。では、本館はこれにて失敬。
I watched a human storm of energy disappear. You look familiar? Well, it doesn't surprise me to find a familiar face around here. This is my hometown after all. It's been 10 years since my parents' job transfer dragged me away. But I am starting my long-awaited life of my own. Boarding in the countryside, return to your hometown. Achievement unlocked. Nothing's really changed at all. Down before me looks completely different from my memories. Well, I think it'll change of place. No wonder I got a little lost. My destination is an old house just past this shopping district. Just to come back to my hometown because it'd be easier than a totally new place, and more importantly, because we own a house here, which means I don't have to worry about rent. My parents gave me their blessing on the condition that I earn my own living expenses and stay in this town. I even managed to pass the pretty tough transfer exam for the school here. The house itself is old, but it's more than spacious enough for one guy. As long as I don't have to pay rent, I can get by with a part-time job. I really couldn't ask for a better deal. Alright, where's my nostalgic childhood home? It's totally dilapidated! Oh dear, is it really that run down? I have to speak for his mom. Rundown doesn't even begin to cover it. The roof's caved in and the cherry tree is saying hello. Its property values atmosphere, its property values atmosphere over habitability. So houses do fall apart when nobody lives in them. I'm shocked. I wasn't told it was this bad. You're supposed to maintain your assets. Well, nothing to be done about it now. We were always planning to tear it down and build a new place for retirement anyway, so I don't mind. Forget about retirement. What about right now? I was ready for a fixer-upper, but no roof is a deal breaker. Do you need a roof? That's not something a person enjoying a modern city life should be asking. Just pitch a tent or something. The land is yours. No one's going to complain. I want to live on my own and not be on a survival show. And you're coming home? No way. Yeah. Why do you sound so relieved? It's definitely not because I'm dying to play newlyweds with your father at this age. Your beloved son is gonna cry. Well, good luck. You're a good boy, Takuma, so it'll work out somehow. As a small mercy, I'll send you a barbecue set later. Bye-bye for now. Wait! We're not done talking! She hung up on me. I stare blankly at my provisional new home. She wants me to have a barbecue in this tinderbox? That's just asking for a fire.
おや、さっきの第一村人。
Hello.
この廃屋に何かご用でありますか?
So it really is a ruin. Even from an objective viewpoint, the home really is a ruin. So what does a blonde like you want here?
金髪って。私の形容の仕方もっと他にないの? かわいいとか、巨乳とか、おつんでさんとか。失笑するんじゃないよ!
wasn't the punchline?
なんだこいつ。
That's what I should be saying.
確かな情報筋によれば、ここが私の探している男の家だと言うんだ。そして今日からここに住むらしい。
How is anyone supposed to live in a room like this?
いや、知らないけど。
Wait, you
パン
make faces. Now show me that dopey look you had when you flinched a second ago.
なんて変則的なアプローチ。
Right, that face somewhat evokes nostalgia. I recall a certain girl's face from a dusty corner of my mind. You. You're Huey, aren't you?
どんな思い出し方？どうして今の顔で思い出すの？っていうか、お前誰だ？
It's me. Takuma.
タクマ？私が探してるのはなんとかさんだぞ。
I'm technically a ta something son.
そう言われてみるとそうだ。会いたかったぞ、タクヤ。
Takuma. Takuhu Takuma. Remember Hiyori's name. I think the face that seems somewhere belonged to Nizuma Hiyori, one of the girls I used to play with back in the day. Yeah, it's all coming back to me. The chaotic energy of hers flying off in random directions. It's a long time ago though, so the details are still fuzzy.
いやー、懐かしいな。あのおねしょたくまさんだったとは。
What the hell are you talking about? I wasn't a pampered, nor am I the type to be pampered.
ところで匠、
It's still Takuma.
廃材の魔術師と呼ばれる匠。一体この廃屋をどう変身させるのでしょう。
Only a master craftsman could do anything about this.
なんということでしょう。無造作に開け放たれた屋根から桜の木が安らぎと癒しの空間を演出しています。
You're certainly doing the after segment. You're already doing the after segment.
何お前、ここに住むの？
Could you be any more blunt?
いや、だってここ幽霊出るってご近所さんの間でもっぱらの噂だし。
No, you're just making stuff up.
夜な夜な鼻息荒く上下運動する半裸の男の霊が出るんだってさ。
That's really specific. It's not spooky, it's just plain scary.
あくまで噂だし、私は信じてないからな。
This girl, for all her bravado, is terrified of ghosts. But realistically, what am I gonna do? I don't have the money to find another place. It's not like I can even find one right away.
いやー、でも基礎は腐ってないし、屋根さえどうにかできれば住めそうだけどな。
Did I just hear something get destroyed with incredible force?
幻聴だろ。それに壊れたのなら直せばいい。なければ作ればいい。この通り廃材ならいくらでもあるし。
I'm not on some HGTV show.
もし家直すならちょっと楽しそうだから私も手伝ってやんよ。
I hate to beg to you while you're getting excited, but don't move an inch. Put a stop to the blonde girl trying to demolish my poor house even further and took a moment to think. Normally, I could figure something out to get by, but thanks to my naivete and banking on this house, I have no startup money. I was saving for my old part-time job, but renting a new place needs a security deposit, key money, and all sorts of other fees. School starts tomorrow, and I was just thinking I need to find a new job, and then this happens. Well, seems fruit. No, I guess I have no choice but to spend the night here.
おめでとう。君の勇気ある決断がこの町を救ったのだ。
I have no idea what that means, but I think it was her way of cheering me up.
なんとなく覚えてる幼馴染のよしみで寝袋ぐらいは貸してやるよ。うち近いし。
Appreciate it.
いいってことよ。じゃあせいぜい真夜中に通報されんようにつつましく強く生きろよ、拓三。
Name hasn't changed. Still Takuma. Yuri leaves, adding another worry to my pile. Doesn't seem to remember me very well, but she was still a good person who used to talk to.
鳥間を売った子。
She turned out to not be a good person after all. It's too cold. It's already spring, but the nights are still freezing. My house is basically a wind tunnel, so that's no surprise. I burrow into the sleeping bag he already lent me like a caterpillar. The only good thing about this ruin is the beautiful view of the moonlit cherry blossoms. That's a limited only spring special. What am I gonna do tomorrow? First things first, I need a part-time job. In this world, money solves most problems. The reverse is also true. With that decided, I'll get to sleep early and prepare for tomorrow. stay as a transfer student, so I was like I have nothing to look forward to. Started my ass off to come back to my hometown. Looking at that little roofless house to get me down. What's that sound? It's the low, sweaty breathing of a man.
夜な夜な鼻息荒く上下運動する半裸の男の霊が出るんだってさ。
Ah! Or is it a real ghost? Ah! Pure horror took over and it bolted out into the night. Yone.
うわ、何？情けない声出して。
Here I am, shivering on a swing in a deserted park on the... hold on, save me, Kyone. Call Kyo for help. Here I am, shivering on a swing in a deserted park on the phone with Aranami Kyo, the one person I've kept in touch with after moving away. Like Kyori, she's a childhood friend, and since she was the oldest, we'd all call her Kyone forever. My house is haunted, dude!
一旦落ち着きなさい。
A few seconds later.
なるほどね。どこに住むのかと思えば、あのボロボロの。
It was horrible. So much.
その強く生きろ。
Is that the only thing my childhood friend knows how to say?
他人に頼るくらいなら、おとなしく親元帰りなさいってこと。
That's a brutally fair point, but you have to admit this isn't entirely my fault. If the house wasn't a ruin, or at least if it wasn't already occupied by a ghost, this wouldn't have happened. So, Kiona, I need a huge favor.
聞くだけ聞いてあげる。
Do you know where Rito lives? There is no God in this world, but there are childhood friends. In other words, Kione is God. It's like a ray of light pierced the darkness of my lonely, homeless life. The path ahead is steep for sure, but at least now I can see a glimmer of hope. This must be it. I arrived at a completely ordinary-looking apartment building. There's no security gates, so I could walk right up to the units. So I reached my destination. It was late, but still early enough that I wouldn't be a total nuisance. Just in case I checked to make sure the lights were on. Pressed the intercom button hesitantly and waited. This was my third childhood friend after Hiyori and Kyone. A boy I used to play with all the time. That ain't a boy. I haven't seen him in years, but I think we were close enough that he'd at least let me crash on his floor for one night. Well, a part of me is relieved.
はい、どちら様？
Who is it? I'm now facing a new crisis. Apparently, your brain just goes blank when you're faced with something you absolutely did not expect. And since I'm the one who came here, I now have to deal with the woman in front of me with a completely empty head. Excuse me, this is where Sakurabashi Rito lives, right?
はい、そうですけど。
Phew, that's a relief. Is Rito home?
え？
Huh?
リトならここに。
Saying so, the ponytailed girl lowers her gaze. Where is here? Can't tell me which means. She's going into a life in a belly. Am I stupid? Punch my blank head once to get my sanity back. I managed to calm down a little.
タクマ？
Huh? Being called a name I never expected to hear sent my brain right back to blank.
タクマだよね。瀬戸田タクマ。
Yes, I'm Takuma. Your support for Setoda Takuma is appreciated. Is this an election?
やっぱり久しぶり。背伸びたね。
No way, what is this? It's some kind of new pickup line. How do you know my name? She knows my name. Did Rito have a sister? I don't remember.
私、リトだよ。桜木橋リト。覚えてるよね。
え？リト？
って、なんだかさっきから様子が変だけど、もしかして顔を覚えてないの？
No, it's just Rito's a boy, so a boy. A boy? What? You were a girl this whole time? This is even more shocking than when I found out my house was in ruins. Unfortunately, my scream has even worse consequences than echoing down the hall. Rito? I called out to her nervously and she turned with a surprisingly gentle smile.
死にさらせこのおたんこなす。
There was a misunderstanding.
もしもし、たっくん、リトとは会えたの？
Kyone. Starting to wonder just how sinful a human being can grow to be.
なんかよくわかんないけど、超めんどくさそうだから切るね。強く生きろ。
This park bench suits me just fine.
ハロハロリト。おはよう、日和。あれれ、なんだか元気ないな。花粉症？私ってさ、女の子だよね。私はリトが女の子だろうが男の子だろうが変わらずに友達でいるから。そういうこと聞いてるんじゃない？え？だってリトは女の子だけど男の子にも憧れてるのかなって。そうでも男なんてやめた方がいいぞ。あんな急所の塊またからチンプラリンするなんて私は考えらんないわ。やっぱマンだわ。うん。あれリトさん？リトさ
ん？ I'm Seto to Takuma. Nice to meet you.
なあ、どうしてあいつ死にかけてんだ？リトと隣の席か。そして私の後ろの席だな。これで奴を完全に包囲したぞ。この二人、座りながら微動だにせず息絶えておる。俺たちの戦いはこれからだ。あのアンポンタンがパイナップル頭が私のことを男だと勘違いしてて、覚えてないならまだしもよりにもよって男だと。まあもうこんな感じで手がつけられなくって。あのリト先輩がこんなにも荒ぶるなんて。私もまだ会ってないけど、たっくんって今そんなパイナップル頭になってるの？そこ今気にするとこか？いや全然ツンツンしてないけどさ。まあ確かにいくらちっちゃい頃の話だとはいえ男の子と勘違いされてたってのはムカつくかもね。でしょ？ほんと信じらんない。私は今も昔も女の子のつもりだったのに。でもさ、色気ない服装してたリトも悪いんじゃね？確かリトって昔はズボンとか短パンばっか履いてたし。日和、もしかしてタクマの肩持つつもり？めっそうもございません。笑顔がおっかねえ。それよりタクマさん、これからどうするんでしょう？せっかくだし顔見せに行こっか。あやちゃんも来るでしょ？はい、あやかもまだ会ってませんから。ちょっと今日はね、あやちゃんまで。人の話聞いてた？リト、あんたは来なくていいわよ。代わりに日和が話し相手してくれるって。すっきりするまで愚痴ったらいいんじゃない？こいつら私に面倒な役回りをしつけるつもりだ。人聞きの悪いことを言わないでください。これはリト先輩と仲良しの日和にしかできないことなんです。普段私のこと無謀の石ころ程度にしか思ってない綾香が照れた。速攻のヘドロぐらいにしか思ってませんよ。なんか言ったか？いえ、なんでも。昼休み終わっちゃいますし、行きましょう今日ね。裏切り者ね。どんだけ根に持ってるの？
What a mess. Second lunch break starts, I couldn't take it anymore and bolted from the classroom. For all the luck, I ended up in the same class as Rito in the seat right next door. Couldn't possibly be more awkward. Top of that, she glares at me every time our eyes meet. And the idiot in front of me keeps tearing off bits of her eraser and throwing them at me when she thinks I'm not looking. Have some respect for your belongings. It's my fault. I'll have to catch up to school and apologize.
ジュースが飲みたい。でもお金がない。こりゃあマイチング。
What the fuck are you? Rather petite girl was staring helplessly at a vending machine. Looks like she's in the same boat as me.
どうしよう。備長炭しか持ってない。
She at that age, we're just worried about body odor. Sure, there's more I could comment on, but I feel like I'm getting involved. I feel like getting involved is a bad idea, so instead I walk away quietly.
お兄さんやい。
Ah! She's right behind me, isn't she?
どうか哀れなナナコを救っておくれ。で 持が備長炭しかないの。
Why does that lovely young student like yourself only have charcoal on her?
お兄さん、何かあってからでは遅いんだよ。
If there's a crisis that can be solved with a single piece of charcoal, I'd love to hear about it.
確かに。
What is with this girl? She seems legitimately dangerous.
なあちゃん、どうしたんですか？おお、心の友よ。ナナコはお困りなのだ。どちらかというとそちらの方が困っているように見えるんですが。あれ？
She leaned in, getting her face right up to mine and staring intently. Is something wrong?
もしかしてタクマさんですか？
You know my name, so... Oh, you must be Ayaka.
はい、彩香です。お久しぶりです。
Reunite with Ayaka. Like a certain blonde, her graceful mannerisms were familiar, and I remembered her instantly. Ayaka is a year younger than me. Despite her appearance, she always gave off the impression of being a responsible person, and it's because she has younger siblings.
これが感動の再会ってやつか。記念に備長炭はいかが？
The charcoal peddler, me Nanako, and get pitched a piece of Bichoton charcoal. Still trying to sell me things.
タクマさん、なあちゃんとは。
I don't have one. She just started talking to me.
意外です。
What is?
彩香は潔癖の節がある。でも本当は興味津々なむっつりスケベだからグイッと言っちゃってオッケー。なあちゃん。
Ayaka slapped a hand over Nanako's mouth in a fluster. They seem to be good friends.
おひさ、タック。
Kyone, you came to see me.
リトと日和にはあったらしいからあやちゃんと一緒にね。背も伸びてすっかり男の子だね。そういう君もしばらく見ない間にずいぶんだらしない乳ぶら下げるようになったじゃないの。
Nanako, now being chased by a silent Kyone, threw her only possession charcoal and resistance. Seriously, what is with that girl?
あやちゃん、この子ちゃんとしつけておきなさいって言ってるでしょ。捕まった。胸。うちのなあちゃんがご迷惑を。こびぬ退かぬ悪びねぬぬにょー。ビーム。少しは悪びれて。あやちゃんもあれで長女だから、ああいうタイプのことを合うんだと思うの。
Is that how that works?
そういや聞いたわよ。リトのことを男の子と勘違いしてたんだって。
The childhood friend network is as fast as ever. Kyone grinned, poking me in the side.
リト、マジギレしてたわよ。あのパイナップル頭があって。
Where are the pineapple elements on my head?
まあ、うちら幼なじみって言っても一緒にお風呂入ったりだとかそういうの全くなかったし、しょうがないと思うけどね。
Still, it's my fault. I plan to apologize later.
タック、それでこそ男だと言いたいところだけど、リトって頑固だから謝ったくらいじゃ機嫌直してくれないと思うの。
In that case, I'll fight to the bitter end. I'll hit back even if she's a girl. I threw a few shadow punches. I have to stand up for all men who resist this unreasonable treatment, even if it's from a girl.
最低な男がいるわね。ちょっとはリトの気持ちも考えてあげなさいよ。タックンだって女の子と間違われたら嫌でしょ。
Me? That's a girl. Doable.
ありなのかーい。
If I look good enough to be mistaken for a girl, think of all the stuff I could get away with.
最低だわ。底辺のさらに底辺をかすめていく最低な男が目の前にいるわ。臆すことなくよく言ったな。褒めてやるから備長炭買い取って。
Pushed Nanako, who had popped up to offer me the now sandy piece of charcoal, back toward Ayaka.
タクマさんが女の子にちょっと無理があると思います。
That's doable in its own way.
もう何でもありじゃないの。
It's nice when a young girl sees you as manly.
こうも開き直ってるとは思ってなかったんだけど、どうしよっかな。
Kyone seems to be plotting something, but as a guy with no place to live, I'm invincible. Things can't get any worse.
今日うちの備長炭いいねで買い取ってくれるんか？
You're making things complicated, so stay out of it.
まあリトのためでもあるしいいか。ねえタックン、それにあやちゃん、ちょっと話があるから放課後教室で待っててくれる？あれ、 香もですか？うん、あやちゃんも。もう昼休み終わっちゃうし、後で迎えに行くから。
The little wave Kione headed back toward the school
お
building.
話って何でしょう？
Who knows? More importantly, can you get this girl off me? She won't let go.
今にも喉が渇いて死にそうだ。清涼飲料水よ。砂糖たっぷりなあんまをくれ。もう今日だけだからね。彩香様、一生ついていきまする。ではたくまさん、また放課後に。
Yeah. We got along like sisters. Watching them walk away, I feel a strange sense of deja vu.
この恩はいずれ備長炭にて必ずや。たくま、一緒に帰ろうぜ。
If I remembered my name. Carefully blonde Hewlett calls out to me without a second thought, even though I'm the transfer student everyone's watching. Normally you'd expect people to gossip about our relationship, but strangely no one seems to care. In fact, no one is talking to me at all. Well, I'm a reasonably handsome guy. Always like this, huh?
尻がるって呼びたいのなら呼んでもいいぞ。代わりにお前の尻の穴が2つに増えるけどな。
What she says is awful, but the fact that it doesn't bother me is probably because of how open she is. Sorry, Kione told me to wait in the classroom. She has something to talk about.
お前それって告白じゃね？
Isn't that a bit of a leap? She's calling Ayaka too.
第三者を立ち会わせての告白じゃね？
What kind of confession is that? I'm surprised she was so interested in this kind of stuff, but looking at her face, there wasn't a single thought behind her eyes.
おまた。今日ね、講習の面前ですよ。いや、今のはそういう意味じゃないでしょう、むっつりあやか。撤回してください。さもないとその細腕をへし折りますよ。あ、やるかやんのか。年下だろうと容赦しないぞ私は。
Ayaka, kick her, kick her. Forget the skirt, just kick her. A magnificent roundhouse kick.
おい、本当のむっつりがあそこにいんぞ。たくまさん、不潔です。
I'm not a masochist, I'm not a masochist, deny your masochistic tendencies for the first time. What do you mean for the first time? I'm not a masochist, but a scornful, blushing glare does things to me.
ちょっと勝手に盛り上がらないでよ。重大発表はこれからなのに。と。何さりげに帰ろうとしてんのよ、リト。あんたも残りなさい。
Kone grabbed Rito, who was stubbornly refusing to look at me, and dragged her back into the
幼
classroom.
なじみ大集合ね。ついに頂点を決める争いが始まるのか。胸が熱くなるな。胸なんてないくせに勝手に一人でやっててください。第2ラウンドやるか。今日ね、もう逃げないから話して。これからまた逃げるかもしれないからダメ。今日ね、ずるいぞ。私もリト捕まえてお肌スベスベしたい。
That's what I wanted since I've seen four of them together like this, but they're as close as ever.
はいはい、聞いて。たっくんね、住む家がないらしいの。正確にはまともに住める家が。そういやたくま、結局あの廃屋で寝泊まりしたのか？
I feel like sleep is too elegant a word for what happened. Truth is, I grew to that morning half conscious after sobbing through the cold spring wind and mysterious breathing noises.
それで男の子だって勘違いしてたから、リトの部屋に泊めてもらおうとしたらご覧のありさまなわけ。
She wasn't part of the conversation. Rito shot a sullen look in my direction, put my hands together in a pose of
おい
apology.
見ろよあやか。たくまのやつ、あまりの恐ろしさに命乞いしてるぜ。情けない。いえ、あれはおそらく錬金術を試みているのではないでしょうか。
Thanks to the peanut gallery, Rito thought I was mocking her and got even angry. It's not my fault!
というわけで、たっくんをしばらくうちらの家に泊めてあげよう大作戦。はあ、ごめん今日ね、全く聞いてなかった。というわけでの前からもう一回頼む。だからたっくんが新しい住処確保できるまで交代交代で泊めてあげようって話。
No, I mean, I appreciate the offer, but that's a bit... Even if we are childhood friends, partying into a girl's house, especially one I just reunited with, is a bit too much. It's not just that I feel bad, I feel like my nerves are completely shot in more ways than one.
私は嫌だからね。 この節穴野郎なんて止めなきゃいけないの。日和もなんか言ってやって。私はいいぞ。え、だって面白そうじゃん。彩香も大丈夫ですよ。あやちゃんまで。うちは一人増えたくらいじゃ変わりないですし。それに彩香、お前さてはこの機に乗じて処女捨てるつもりだな。低層観念ガバガバかよ。行くわ。
What is going on with Hiyori? Like, something's going on with this woman. Anyways, we do have everyone assembled now, and I cannot recognize any of the other voices, so I shall check for the ones that I have heard at this point. So, Hanazawa Sakuya, aka Sakura, aka Kyo. Anyone I recognize in this list? At least don't seem to see anything currently. Someone in Nikonin X Heart 2, aka someone I have not actually seen because I only played one and then proceeded to drop the fucking series like it's hot. Oh, someone in Sugar Style. Mao! Kyo is a Mao. Anyone else? Appears not. So yeah, Kyo is Mao. No one else. There's apparently like two different versions of Hiyori, namely console and normal. That's just like the two different names she uses. I don't know why I opened the fucking links for Hiyori, considering I fucking already checked that. Anyways, Rito does not. What does? I don't know. I have to actually check. Oh! She's Tamaki in Sky Full of Stars. Fucking underclassman from... Forget her name. Heterochromia girl. Again, someone in Nekodin XR2, aka someone I never ended up fucking seeing. Nekoyama Maya, namely. Which is funny, because she's called Nekoyama, but seems to have bunny ears. I think something mixed up in the fucking translation there. Is that Nukitashi? That's Nukitashi. She's someone in Nukitashi. Misaki in Nukitashi. No, I will not play Nukitashi. Oh, she's Rito is Tsuki from fucking Huikari. Anyone else? Chia in Ren'ai Royale. Someone in Hamidashi Creative. Sadly, I never played that one, so it does not matter. Don't recognize any other game currently, but I'm mainly just skimming at this point. And finally we have... Okay. You know what? Might as well also check for Nanako while I'm at it. So, Ayaka is... not involved in a lot, actually. Wow. Relatively new. Yeah, the only game I recognize, like the only game I recognize in this list, aside from, you know, the one I'm currently fucking playing, is Majikoi Nikki, aka the thing I fucking dropped. In Majikoi Nikki, she is the teacher, though. Anyways, now we move on to... Nanako. Someone in school days, oh lord, I'm already checking who. Someone in Yosuga no Sora as well? Jesus Christ. Oh, someone in Hoshizora no Memoria named Yume. She's Yume in Hoshizora no Memoria. That's wild. Not heard that, actually. Oh, also Akari in Onigoko. Also Ritsuko in Princess of Angel. Yeah. I don't really need to check for much more. That's a good fucking testing size of roles I recognize this one in.
綾香はずっとお兄ちゃんが欲しかったのです。ガン無視されたんですが。
Avalos. That one vanished too quickly. I have a little sister. Have Ayaka ask you to be your older brother? For a good reason, yeah.
それよか、お兄ちゃんとかのたまってるけどいいのか?
Being called Oni-chan sounds nice, to be honest. Hey, Hiyori, doesn't that sound nice?
まんざらでもないのはわかるけど気持ち悪いぞお前。
As an only child, has a certain appeal to me. Kyon is like an older sister, and Ako would be a younger sister. Not bad.
でもいいのか、綾香。お前が良くてもお前の家族が黙ってないと思うが。黙らせます。おーい、今日の綾香は力強いな。もちろんうちはオールオッケーだから任せといて。
I've been to Kyone's house a few times and know her parents, but exactly there will be no problem, man.
それでリトだけ参加しないのはどうかと思うんだけど。いくない、そういう無理強いするのいくない、同調圧力ってやついくない。たっくん助けるってのももちろんあるけど、私はリトのためを思って提案してるのよ。どういう意味？だってリト、このまま放っておいたらいつまでもたっくんと仲直りできないでしょ。これから同じクラス、しかも隣の席なのにそれじゃ困らない？困らないの？それにリトだけ仲間外れになっちゃうわよ。いいの？毎日お泊まりの様子とかみんなで語っちゃうけどいいの？聞くだけでいいもん。ホット頑固ね。あ、そうだ、昼から思ってたんだけど、たっくんからほら、匂わない？その、なんというか、緑の香りというか、廃浴の香り？する。ほのかに土の香りも。ずっとってわけじゃないと思うけど、それでもしばらくはどんどん自然と一体化していくたっくんの隣にいなくちゃいけないのよ。窓開けてもないのに新緑の香りが隣からするのよ。銭湯とか行くでしょ、さすがに。そんなものはうちの町にはないでしょ。隣町まで行かなくちゃ。お部屋にシュッシュッと。人にかけちゃダメなやつじゃないのそれ。こしょこしょ話長えな。私トイレ行きたいんだけど、お昼から行ってないからもうタップンタップンなんだけど。100円あげるから下腹部殴ってもいいですか？冗談でもやめろよ。キュンキュンするだろ。
Gets you tingly.
はい、お待たせ。緑の土の 水の干からびた匂
Rito completely drained of life and muttered under her breath like she was casting a curse.
リトの説得には成功したから、早速今日からお泊まりスタートね。2日ずつ交代で、最初は私の家来て。
Isn't that more like brainwashing than persuasion? Wait, I even said I didn't even have I haven't even said I'd stay yet.
おとなしく泊まれ。
But now even Rito's threatening me. She was just against us a minute ago. That brought on this change of heart.
そういやさ、たくま。お前、ちょっとくせえぞ。昨日ちゃんと風呂入ったのかよ。
Ah, so that's why no one talked to me on my first day as a transfer student. Please let me stage your plans.
素直でよろしい。はい、あとはじゃんけんで順番決めてっと。最初はグーか、それともいいんじゃんか。レギュレーションはきっちり決めてください。拳隠すのあり。
The fast you guys have for this game is insane. Just like that.
はじめは渡して、次は日和、あやちゃんと来て、最後はリトね。はあ、最後でよかった。
Kyone, Hiyori, Ayaka, Rito. I'll try to get out of your hair as soon as I can, so thanks for putting up with me until then.
別にゆっくりしていってもいいんだぞ。
I can't really do that.
真面目ちゃんかよ。ま、そういうの嫌いじゃないけど。何さりげに自分の株上げようとしてるんですか。姑息です。あやかも精一杯おもてなししますからね。
Oh. Just like that, the conversation moves on without me. I'm now set to move from one childhood friend's house to another. Honestly, as a healthy guy, I'm excited about staying at the girls' houses for obvious reasons, even if they are my childhood friends. But the sleepover life proves to be far more than I ever imagined. Every day is full of nerve-wracking moments. 毎度。あれ、たっくん、どうしたのつったって。 I'm just nervous. Even if it's Kyone, walking into the house of a girl my age or staying the night no less has me on edge. Kyone, I remembered as being reliable and steady, has grown up into a fully fledged woman.
そういうもんなの？ただいまー。
Car my anxiety, Kyone casually kicks off her shoes and walks into the house. Typically follow behind her, take off my shoes, and while I'm at it, straighten hers out before stepping inside.
ママ、たっくん連れてきたよ。
Well, it's been a long time since I last saw you.
あらあら、たっくん、よく来たわね。さあ、上がって上がって。
Hear a voice, but I can't see any.
やだ、きょうちゃんよりも大きくなっちゃって。もうすっかり男の子って感じね。
Kyone is your mother an invisible woman.
次、おばさんって呼んだらお尻ペンペンだからね。姿が見えないのはソファーに寝っ転がってるだけで、あとは適当言ってるだけじゃない？
Kyone answers without a hint of interest and disappears into her room. Toko?
久しぶり、たっくん。元気してた？
Ah, never mind. Wasn't gonna work anyways. Anyways, do I know this voice? I feel like I should. Never mind, that is literally the first roll according to VADB. Wow. Toko slowly sits up from the sofa, finally revealing herself. I'm sure you heard from Kyone, but I'll be in your care for a while.
遠慮しなくっていいのよ。自分の家だと思ってくつらいでね。
She's young, that's that vibe. Toko hasn't changed much from my faint memories of her. Even at home, she's dressed fashionably. Can't believe she's just rolling around on the sofa. And if I call her Kyone's mother, I'm definitely getting a spank.
やだもう。きょうちゃんママがそんなに美人さんだからってまじまじと見つめちゃやーよ。ママったらバカ言ってないでそこどいて。
Before I know it, Kyone has changed out of her uniform jacket and plopped down next to Toko with a bag of snacks. Kyone, where should I put my bag?
ポリポリ、そこら辺でオッケー。
Jesus, they're almost too mellow in here. What the fuck do they put in the water? Huh. She replies casually while chewing on a snack stack. Just one bag with a change of clothes. Better put it against the wall where it'll be out of the way.
ママ、ドラマの再放送見たいからリモコン取って。きょうちゃんの方が近いじゃない。私はお菓子食べるのに忙しいの。ママだってずっと座ってたせいでお尻がソファーから離れないの。
Kiona, here's the remote.
さすが気が利くわね、たっくん。
The Dexter turns on TV without moving an inch and starts watching the rerun. What am I supposed to do? Feels like I'm being ignored. Feels less like I'm being ignored and more like I'm already being treated as part of the family. For now, I sit down at the dining room table.
たっくん、そんなとこにいないでこっち来たらいいのに。
How? Sure, it's a 3-seater sofa if you squeeze, but I don't have the guts to wedge myself between two trendy, beautiful women. Nah, I'm fine here.
たっくん、飲み物取ってくれる？あ、私も。
Was Kione always like that? Playful but reliable older sister I know from outside has turned into a full-blown sloth demon at home. Even her voice tone is completely slack. Well, maybe everyone's like this right after they come home from school. Don't have to think too much about it, and with a slight hesitation I open the fridge and... oh, there's no food in here. There are only open bags of chips and drinks and condiments. Nothing that looks like ingredients for dinner. Time when a normal family would be starting to cook or at least going shopping. Feeling a little uneasy, I hand the drinks to Kiona and Toko.
あんがとたっくん。助かるわ、たっくん。
Maybe they're planning on eating out or getting deliveries since I'm here. Kinda bad. We both continue to watch TV without a care in the world, so I figure that must be it. Watch the drama rerun with them. Right, and a variety show. And an evening drama.
ねえ、たっくんお腹すいた。
Yeah, me too, but...
ペコペコペコリンだわ、たっくん。
Okay. Two haven't moved an inch except to go to the bathroom, rest their chins on the back of the sofa and stare at me listlessly. The clock already says 9, of course we're hungry. Kiona, what do you usually do for dinner?
パパが作ってるんだけど。あ、今日ちょっと遅くなるとかなんとか朝言ってた気がする。ママもそんな気がするわ。
You should listen to your dad. Apparently Kiona's dad is in charge of cooking, but I don't really remember that. That's her. Does he like to cook?
あ、ちょうど噂してたらパパ帰ってきたんじゃない？あなた、お帰りなさい。
ただいま。
Like Kiona and Toko, a man with a sharp and frankly somewhat stern aura walks in. Her father, Soji. Soji, who works at a famous ryokan nearby, is in traditional Japanese clothes, holding a mismatched combination of supermarket bags and a work bag. For a long time, Soji, I'm Takuma.
おお、たくまくん、よく来てくれた。
Contrary to my expectations, his face breaks into a wide smile and he comes over to shake my
い
hand.
やー、本当によく来てくれた。
What's this? Soundcheck has some serious weight behind it. Feel a little weirded out by how Soji is treating me like some kind of savior. Only a father with a daughter my age would be a lot more hostile.
パパ、お腹すいた。早くご飯作って。早くしないとお腹と背中がくっついちゃうぞ。
今日は少し遅くなると朝言っただろうが。
キッチンがどうなっても知らないわよ。
Is that a threat?
パパったら冗談でもきょうちゃんに料理しろだなんて言っちゃダメよ。
今から作るからそこを片付けてお風呂を沸かしておきなさい。
As Soji starts putting the groceries away, I swear I can see tears forming in his eyes. Is this an abusive
い
relationship?
ただきます。
いただきます。
Thanks for the food. The table is lined with a splendid meal of grilled fish, 3 side dishes, and soup, something you wouldn't expect from a man who just got home from work.
さあ、遠慮しないで食べてくれ、たくまくん。
そうよ。遠慮なんてナッシング。
Soji gives Toko a look that says, "You're one to talk," but honestly, I'm starving, so I dig in immediately. This is amazing. Flavor hits my empty stomach so hard that words just come out.
そうか、よかったよかった。たっ ぷり食べて精をつけてくれ。
So his glasses flash as he smiles suspiciously. Sure, he doesn't mean anything weird about it, but I wish he'd stop making that face.
パパ、私もっと肉々しいのが食べたい。
肉は昨日食べたろうが。バランスいい食事こそ毎日の健康の源なのだ。第一、文句があるのなら自分で作るか。
そんなに私に料理してほしいの？やっちゃうわよ。私本当にやっちゃうわよ。
料理はいいとして、今朝言ったことはちゃんとやったのか。
What kind of disaster does her cooking cause? Seems consensus in the Aranami household is that Kyone is not allowed to cook.
片付けならちゃんとしたから。もういちいちうるさく言わないで、小じわが増えちゃうよ。
いちいち言われんとわからんお前が悪いんだろ
う。あなた、ほら、たっくんもいることだし、ね、それぐらいに。
たっくんかけらも気にしてないけど。
Every family's different.
たっくん、もっともらしいこと言いつつ、パパの料理に首ったけじゃないの。
Want to be adopted by the Soji family.
たくまくん、君は本当に。
あなた、トコ、ご飯おかわり。
And Soko doesn't seem to mind either. This must be how the Aranami father and daughter normally operate. Besides, food is to die for.
悪いね、手伝わせてしまって。
Nah, you're letting me stay here. That's the least I can do. After dinner, I help Soji with the dishes. Toko's back on the sofa and Kyone's taking a bath.
娘もあれはあれで可愛いのだが、やはり息子が欲しかった身としては、まるで夢のような時間だ。
How do you say that?
いや、息子というよりは、そうだな。うちがおかしいだけか。
Soji continues to wash the dishes, lost in thought. I feel like a worried father to the man with a teenage daughter.
たっくん、お風呂空いたわよ。
No alcohol lasts up. Oh.
どうかした？
Can't help but flint at the sight of Kyone in her pajamas, fresh from the bath. She's a good figure to begin with, but her pajamas, her sex appeal goes through the roof. I haven't really been thinking about it, but this is what it means to stay at a girl's house. How long is my self-control going to last?
まあいいや。お風呂入ったら私の部屋おいで。お布団あるから。
This day come again.
たっくん、私の部屋に布団敷いて寝るの。
Isn't that a bad idea?
何が？あ、もしかしてベッド派だった？ごめん。ベッドは私が使うからダメ。
Sister holds she doesn't see me as a man because of childhood friends thing.
あら、そうなの？昨日野宿したって聞いたけど、よく眠れたわね。
I didn't sleep at all, but that's not what I mean.
今日はもう疲れただろう。遠慮せず風呂に入って休んでくれ。
Okay, I'll take you up on that. First hot bath I've had since coming here envelops my tired body. The steam rises gently, and the momentary solitude calms my nerves. Maybe I'm still fucking scarred from Bakuman High Spec and Erena, but I don't trust it. Kyoan is way too defenseless even if it's me. If I make her self-conscious, I'll just make things awkward for her. A little disappointing not being seen as a man, but right now it's probably for the best. I have to wonder if this is how Rito felt. That's my chance to apologize today. I'll be able to tomorrow.
たっくん、タオルここ置いとくからね。
Thanks! For a second I panicked thinking you might come in. I'm an idiot. What's the point of me being the only one getting worked up? The same bath Kyoan was just in. When I think about it, the deeper I dig in my own grave.
たっくん、シャンプーとリンス、容器反対に入ってるから気をつけてね。
Okay. Why did you mix them up?
たくまくん。
Oh, he's naked. Oh no. That's what it does sound wet.
背中でも流そうと思ってね。
He's just standing there whole hog. Oh, shit. I thought I'd watch your back for you, Sochi says. No, thanks, I can handle that myself. Even if a childhood friend's father wants to take a bath together, Seto Takuma will not flinch. I said it to Takuma.
いやいや私が
It's really no trouble. Let me, Sochi says. Let me, it's really no trouble.
じゃあ
Then
一緒に
of
背
course
中を
I'll
洗
be
いっと
back
しよう
at
じゃない
the
か
same time. How?
冗談はさて
Sochi
お
said,
き
Takuma, I have something important to tell you, Sochi says. Being approached so seriously by a naked man, even if he is my childhood friend's father, makes me fear for my safety.
今日のこと
What do you think of
どう
Kyo? Sochi says. I just saw her again for the first time in a while, but she still seems like a reliable big sister.
頼れる
Well,
お
big
姉
sister,
さん
huh? Listen, Takuma. He grabbed both of my shoulders. Too close, you're too close, sir.
これから
From
何
now
を
on,
見て
no
も
matter
だ
what
な
you see, please
そ
don't
の
be disillusioned, Sochi says. What I'm seeing is your thing in all its glory.
今日のことを
Please don't
嫌いになら
hate
ないで
Kyo, Sochi says. What do you mean?
すぐに
You'll
わかる
understand soon. Sorry for bothering you, Sochi says. With that, Soji, with his magnificent thing dangling, left the bath. He left me with a pretty ominous warning. What's wrong with Kione? She was a little sloppy, sure, but other than that, she seemed fine. Only I was thinking about it. Why does the conditioner? I re-shampooed my hair, which had become a little stiff. Thanks for the bath.
はーい。あ、きょうちゃんの部屋、あっちだからね。
Kyo pointed to Toku pointed to Kyone's room. This might be the first time in the real girl's room. Yeah, what are you so nervous about? Don't think about it. Pride comes before the fall and all that. Kyone, I'm coming in.
はーい、どうぞ。
I knocked reservedly, and when I hear a reply, I timidly opened the door and stepped into Kyone's room. Oh no. A hell I didn't think could exist on this earth manifests before me. That's a veritable cesspool containing every conceivable form of sloth, perfectly representing its unrepentant, self-indulgent owner.
たっくん、布団廊下に置いてあるから好きなとこに敷いていいわよ。
Where? There's a pigsty, to be clear and concise. Where the hell am I supposed to put it? I'm already trapped in this infinite garbage heap, with barely any place to step. As for the owner of the room, she is indulging in the height of corruption on a lightly dirty bed. Let's see a replay of how she even got there.
どうしたのぼーっとしちゃって。あ、わかった。女の子の部屋がそんなに珍しいんだ。
Why sudden butt? I mean, we're like an hour into the video. I don't think you're just gonna have a fucking issue with the angle anymore, but I don't trust it either way. I'm still gonna take a screenshot for thumbnail purposes. Ah, goddamn, it's another annoying one like this. There we go. This is a girl's room. For some reason, Kione looks a little proud, but if any man were to lie through his teeth and call this pigsty a girl's room, just to score points, I'd punch him myself.
おかしなたっくん。
You're the funny one, Kione. Come to think of it, the weird feeling I have isn't about the house itself, but about my image of Kione as everyone's reliable older sister. Kicking her shoes off, lazing on the sofa, being forbidden from cooking, and on top of that, this. Kione has shattered my illusions many times before I even reached this pigsty, but I hadn't noticed because I'm unconsciously denying it. Huh, I see. That's what Sochi was talking about. All makes sense now. It's hard to believe that this is the same person who told me on the phone, if you're going to rely on others, just go back to your parents. Kione?
何
Soria taps away on her phone on the bed. Even if it's her house, I have to say something or Sochi's suffering would be for naught. She may not see me as a man, but maybe she'll listen if I, an outsider, say something. Given his welcome, Soji must have counted on it. Kione? Please listen to what I'm about to say. For a girl, this room is frankly Second I decide to speak up, I notice something insane. It's your panties. Sitting on her legs carelessly, completely defenseless. She's subconsciously showing her butt and panties to a healthy high school boy. Now that I take a closer look, a bunch of her panties are scattered all over the place. Okay, I was wrong all along. This isn't hell, this is heaven.
たっくん、部屋がどうしたって？
Don't change a thing. Staring intently at Kyone's panties, I decide to accept this pixie. Scratched out this holy room. I have an epiphany. It's precisely because Kyone is a slob that she's so defenseless.
たくまくん
A man who gave in to his desire. I think Soji just lost the last fucking glimmers of hope he had. It's cramped. In the end, I laid a futon in a tiny space in the corner of the room, but since I can only use half of it, I can't even turn over. Even though my basic male instincts think she is fine as is, tomorrow I'm definitely going to have to help her clean up a little. I can hear Kyone's breathing. I see her face below the bed, but I hear her breathing. Sleeping in the same room as a girl my age, judging by how soundly she's sleeping, she doesn't see me that way at all, but now I'm just still pounding. I'm happy to think that this life continues from now on, but also a little anxious. Fortunately, I received an unexpectedly warm welcome here, but how would it go on with the others? Will it go with the others? Hiyori is one thing, but then there's Ayaka and Rito. The Hoyakari family is large, and I still haven't made up with Rito.
おせんべいしけてる。
Before I even ask what kind of sleep talk is that, a half-read magazine flies from Kyone's bed as she turns over and scores a direct hit on my stomach. Kyone is a slob even in her sleep.
Ohayo, Ta-kun. Asa da yo. Okite.
After being shaken violently, I sit up with sleepy eyes. Kyone is looking at me triumphantly. Good morning, Kyone.
たっくんこそ寝ぼすけさんはいけないぞって私も今起きたとこなんだけどね。
Couldn't fall asleep right away last night, but the exhaustion must have pulled me under eventually. You're up surprisingly early, Kyone.
まあね、毎朝パパに起こしてもらってるし。
Is that something to brag about? Seems so useless that home mode is still in effect. When will the reliable Kyone return?
ほらたっくんも早く支度しないと遅刻しちゃうわよ。
Ah, right. Wait, huh? Kyone, if I'm gonna change, I'm leaving, so stop. Stop!
あ、忘れてた。
This isn't a tee-hee situation.
ねえ、見たい？
I'm good, thanks. Rush out of the room, closing the door behind me. Let my guard down just because Kyone is so laid back.
たっくんなら男の子なんだからかわいい。
Just totally messing with me. Just because she was not self-conscious, that's unfair. She has enough decency not to continue changing, but a man's heart wants her to at least be a little more embarrassed.
おはようたくまくん。よく眠れたかな。
Good morning, I did, thanks to you. When I get to the living room, Soji looking sharp as ever today is preparing
あ
breakfast.
なた、それにたっくんも。
Good morning, Toko.
お前はまた二度寝してたのか。いいから歯磨き顔洗い着替えをしてきなさい。
わーい。
After a lazy greeting, Toko heads back into the hallway. In her place, Kyone, changed to her uniform, comes in, turns on the TV, and leans against the sofa.
今日の運勢はと。最悪。
Kyone, you're a Virgo, right?
そうよ。何々？今日は何をやってもうまくいかないのでおとなしくしてましょう。って。
The Virgo isn't very maiden-like, curses her horoscope. Please go back to the Kyone soon.
きょうちゃん、洗面所開いたわよ。
はーい。
Toko, who was half asleep just a moment ago, comes back looking refreshed.
たくまくん、先に食べてしまいなさい。
Soldier brings over a plate with a sunny-side-up egg, sausages, and freshly made toast. All my life, I've never had such a well-prepared, pleasant breakfast. And with your permission...
それで、たくまくん、 少しお願いがあるのだが。
What is it?
今日も仕事で遅くなってしまうから、代わりに夕食の用意をしてもらいたいんだが。
Sure. I'm so happy.
安心して家事を頼めるとは、なんて幸せなんだ。
我が家が幸せに満ちているわ。
I was so engrossed in breakfast that I agree with us. Like I thought preparing one meal's no big deal. The shame I won't be able to eat Soji's cooking, but since they've taken such good care of me, I'm grateful they're letting me help. It's not my place to say, but what about Kione?
トウコはすでに手遅れだが、お察しの通り、今日も相当。
私はもうあなたなしでは生きていけない体になってしまっただけなのよ。
腕にしがみつかなくても分かっている。
私もやればできる子だし、たっくん一人に任せるのは不安だから、私も手伝ってあげる。
Having overheard us, Kione cuts in, looking a little displeased.
今日、お前は片付けさえ覚えてくれればそれでいいんだ。料理だけは勘弁してくれ。
I still wonder what happened in the past with that girl. I don't believe it's at the level of mistaking sugar for salt. Just putting detergent in by mistake somehow, then I teach you not to.
あなたいいじゃないの。可愛い子には旅をさせろって言うじゃない。私時には見守ることも大切だと思うの。
そうだな。たくまくんもいることだし、
きっとなんとかなるわ。
きっとなんとかしてくれるよな。
Hey, could you please wait a second? The tragic Aranami couple stares at me heavenly as if clinging to a single ray of hope.
脅すつもりじゃないが、火さえ使わせなければ大事にはならないだろう。
そうね。コンロの半径1メートルに近づけさせなければどうにでもなるわ。
Don't tell me Kione burned something. What did you burn?
うくー。
Kione's completely sulking, puffing out her cheeks.
まったくもう、パパとママったら失礼しちゃうんだから、私を何だと思ってるのよ。
A sloth, a fucking absolute demon of gluttony, perhaps even. Everything in excess, you know? There. At school, I could only still somewhat grumpy Kione. However, as long as they're walking side by side like this, she starts returning to the usual, reliable Kione.
帰りにお買い物して帰るから、今日も教室で待っててくれる？それとも、私のこと迎えに来てくれる？
Why are you saying that in a slightly sexy way?
だってたっくんからかうの面白いんだもの。
You're not gonna fuss me that easily.
そっか。
Kione smiles. It's nothing, but the gaze from those around us are a little painful. From an outsider's perspective, do I look like I'm flirting with a beautiful upperclassman? Based on her outward appearance alone, Kione seems like she'd be popular.
なんか今、私の顔見ながら失礼なこと考えなかった？
I was just thinking, you're looking pretty cute today. I'm going to fucking kill this man.
やだもう。手ダジャレかよ。
So it was.
ああ、たくま。昨日は今日ねと寝たのか？
I slept. Wait, don't start the morning by phrasing it like that. People will get the wrong idea. She intended to make my position in this class even worse.
不潔。
I took a proper bath at Kyone's house, so I shouldn't sing today.
お前自身も誤解されるようなこと言うんじゃないよ。
So face away as if uninterested. Classmates begin whispering amongst themselves. I'm still a virgin, guys.
その弁明の仕方はどうなんだ？
And I don't smell. Here to sniff. Smell me.
なんで私なんだよ。おもむろに脇を広げるな。無理やり嗅がせるならもっと他の場所にして。リト助けて。私を盾にしないで。
Haha, Barbarian's. I was punched by a fist.
あのスメルハラスメント男、本当に許さないんだから。
昨日より関係悪化してるけど、たっくん今度は何したの？
いろいろな。確かにさっきのは 100% たくまが悪いわ。今日ね、日和の言い分は当てにならないので、彩香たちは 80% ぐらいで見ておきましょう。日和じゃなくて私の言い分だけ聞いて判断して。つか、 今日ね、どうだったん？
どうってたっくんのこと？特にこれということはなかったと思うけど。
んだよ、たくまのやつつまんねえな。風呂覗くぐらいしろよな。
強いて言えばお風呂上がりに胸とかお尻とかガン見してたけど、バレてないと思ってるのかしら。
けだもの。
それぐらいは普通じゃないですか？うちの弟も外で女の人見ただけでもうあれですよ。
あれってなんだよ、あれって。かわいそうだからあんま適当なこと言ってやんなって。
でもパパと仲良くしてくれるから、いつもよりうるさく言われなくて助かるわ。後ろめたさがあるのか手伝いとか率先してやるし。
卑屈な生き方してんのな。
あんたたち本人いないのいいことに好き放題言うよね。
パイナップルとか言ってるリトが言うなよ。
せっかくのガールズトークだもの。これからもたっくんの素顔ガンガン晒していくわよ。
楽しみだな。早くあいつの性癖を丸裸にしてやりてえな。
Oh, you in particular are gonna have a lot to fucking talk about.
あやかも興味津々です。そういう趣旨だったの？一人の男の子を順繰りで止めたくなんて体験もうこの先できないんだから楽しまなくっちゃ。
うっかりあいつに惚れて修羅場になるのだけはごめんだぞ。
Sorry to say, but that's exactly what's gonna happen.
ないわね。全否定しなくても。
そういうこと言ってるやつに限ってしょうもないことですぐ惚れちゃうんだぞ。またおっぴろげちゃうんだぞ。
私いろいろゆるい女だけど低層観念だけはしっかりしてるのよ。
そういやさ、今日ね、あのお部屋でタクマ泊まれたの？ドン引かれなかった？
最初戸惑ってたけどなぜかすぐ幸せそうな顔してたわ。次お部屋行ったら殴るわよ。今日ね、まさか部屋そのままで止めたんじゃ。女の子の部屋ってあれくらいが普通でしょ。むしろあんたたちの部屋が綺麗すぎるのよ。普通ってなんでしょうね。
タクマがちょっとかわいそうになってきたわ。
Jesus, girls are so loud. With this, I can munch on some bread watching their vulgar and candid girls talk.
と夜も大きい。
I'd like it if the only big thing about me was my generous heart. I could charge in, but being outnumbered, I'd probably just lose the argument, so I restrained myself.
パンちょうだい。
You just sat down next to me out of nowhere, but are you baking again?
パン作ったって100回言って。
Isn't it 10 times enough for that joke?
パン作ったんだ。
Could you not just force the punchline like that?
お前のことを見ているぞ。
Hell. Someone really is watching me.
聞きたいか？聞きたいかと聞いているんだ。
No, what? The crucial subject is missing! Who? That pathetic looking handsome guy.
うちの生徒会長。
Someone like him. It was a bit rude, but he simply strikes a pose. More importantly, why are some of his buttons undone? I can see his chest.
君が噂の転校生、瀬戸田だな。
The rumored transfer student sounds like a story is about to begin.
悪い意味で噂になってるだけ。
Don't rub it in my face. I don't just eat my bread without permission. If I have to deal with her, my retorts won't keep up. For now, I'll just deal with the president in front of me. So, what do you want with me, President?
俺の自己紹介がまだだったな。飯出智彦だ。よろしく。
This guy doesn't listen to people?
いや、何？我が校の転校生を生徒会長であるこの俺が導いてやろうと思ってな。
I want to make it clear that I don't want to be guided by someone like this, but he's my senior, so I listen quietly.
女子のことで聞きたいことがあれば何でも聞いてくれ。
This guy really is dangerous. That's what I wonder what he'll say next.
俺は普段から生徒諸君の様子を陰ながら見守っている。もし君が望むのなら男子の反応でも構わないぞ。
I want to hear that even less.
今のところ土臭い人、桜木橋に慣れ慣れしい転校生、慣れ慣れしい新妻に慣れ慣れしい転校生、先輩と後輩の女の子を連れ回すやり。
You're the one who answers?
瀬戸だ。俺たちはこういう形でしか応援できないが、
どうか良き青春を謳歌してくれ。時に副会長。
You're the vice president? Is the school student council okay? For the weirdos.
昨日も会議だったが、何かと理由をつけて欠席するのはやめてくれ。困る。
That's a very reasonable request.
善処する。
She will absolutely not try her best. But if you're friends with Aka, you're first year too, right? But you're the vice president.
我が校は会長職以外スカウト制なのだ。
スカウトされたのだ。どうだ、すごいだろう。
Did you just get along because they're both weirdos on the same wavelength?
あらたっくん、まだ2日目なのに先輩に後輩と手広く行くわね。
Jonah, I'm just being unilaterally entangled. The girls' talk must have ended as Kyoni and Aka are about to return to the classroom.
なあちゃん、またたくまさんにちょっかいかけてたんですか？しっけな、かまってあげてたの間違い。
荒波、それから夜計りだったか。どうか瀬戸田に優しくしてやってくれ。
あんたこそうちのたっくんに変なことしないでよ。
どうやら俺の心配は杞憂なようだな。ではさらばだ。
He smiles coolly, turns around brilliantly, and leaves.
たっくん大丈夫？変なこと言われなかった？
Yeah, I'm fine, but like...
面倒見はいいんだけど、いかんせん変人だからあいつ。
変人ですね。入学式の時、新入生に花坂じいさんの格好で飴配ってました。
The one standing next to you is pretty weird too, you know.
参上。
たっくんおまた。
As promised this morning, I'm meeting Kyone in the classroom to go shopping on the way home.
たくまのやつ、早くも女連れで下校とかいいご身分だな。
日和、あんたも明日からあれ連れて帰らなくちゃいけないでしょ。
そうだっけ？
どうしてこうも気楽でいられるの？
リトは一人暮らしだし、二人っきりになるからな。うちは母ちゃんいるけど。
まだ猶予あるから。まだ。
週末なんかあっという間にやってくるもんさ。
リト、日和、バイバイ。
おう、また明日。
明日なんかやってこなければいいのに。
As promised this morning, we stopped at supermarket on the way home.
料理するとは言っても何作るつもりなの？
Let's see, if you're helping Kyone, it should be something as simple as possible.
任せておいて。
Where does that baseless confidence come from? I'm filled with nothing but anxiety, but I should probably make a safe choice here. Courage will be
へ
fine.
え。
The pleased voice rises quick.
カレーなんて材料切って鍋にルーと一緒にぶち込むだけでしょ。手作り感がないわ。
That's why it's easy. That has a weight on your parents too. 親子丼.
それあり。私親子丼好き。
Getting the feeling she'll whine endlessly just citing the menu, so I'm relieved she's satisfied quickly.
みんなの姉としてタックンに私ができる女だってことを見せつけてやらないと。
That face, she's probably thinking something good for nothing. Kyone looks like she's having a great time, but judging from the Aranami couple's agitation, I shouldn't let my guard down either. Huh? Wait, huh? Kyone? Hey! She's gone. She disappears in a short moment to take my eyes off her. What's your kid at a grocery store?
あ、タックン、どこ行ってたの？お姉ちゃん心配したんだから。
I don't even have the energy to report that she's the one wandered off, but at least I catch Kyone in the snacks aisle. Only one snack.
へえ、子供じゃないんだから。
That's precisely why you only get one.
たっくん、パパみたいなこと言う。
Soji, I feel your pain.
あ、そうだ。はいこれ、鶏肉と玉ねぎ。
Kyone, are you perhaps on a diet?
違うわよ、失礼ね。
Then I think thigh meat would be better unless you'd prefer breasts for a lighter dish.
これは胸肉？なんか違うの？
And this isn't onion. It's garlic.
なんか違うの？
Just shut up and follow me!
やだ、たっくんかっこいい。あ、それ私押すね。
Kyone triumphantly snatches the card and lines up next to me. It's cute to see her fool around like this in her uniform.
ねえ、 傍から見たら私たちカップルに見えるかな。私女子学生の若妻。
Kione purposefully links her arm with mine. She's totally messing with me. Hey Kione, we're in uniform, so if someone sees us, hear strange rumors will.
ずいぶん楽しそうね。ずっと今日姉の家に泊まればいいんじゃない？
ちょっとたっくん、リトとまだ仲直りしてないの？
Thanks to you, it's gonna be even harder. And so after returning home, Takuma and Kyone's cooking corner begins.
今日はたっくん先生と呼ばせていただきます。
Indeed, Kyoko. First, let's cut the onion. Hold the knife with a cat paw grip and cut by pulling.
先生、こうでしょうか？
No, don't hold it in reverse. It makes you look like a killer. Choice, but take on Kyone's hand and teach you the correct way to hold the knife. While feeling a little flutter from her surprisingly slender fingers.
おお、たっくん先生、玉ねぎが切れていきます。
Impressed by something so simple.
先生、目が
Endure it, Kyo. Don't lose to a mere onion. You shouldn't have to deal with your fucking eyes hurting if you cut an onion correctly. Okay, next put the onion and seasoning into the pot and simmer lightly on medium heat.
先生、火の扱いは我が家の禁則事項に抵触します。
I just need you to turn it on. Turn that knob and when it lights, adjust it to medium heat. I'll be watching over you, so don't worry.
さすがたっくん先生、それなら安心だね。
How the fuck did you do that? Like actually, how the fuck did she do that? There we go. Second one should be without the text box, right? Let me check just to make sure. Yeah, there we go. Oh, see, I actually did not manage to get a screenshot of the first one without a text box, so I wouldn't be able to use that one anyway. Holy shit! Nope, that wasn't it either. Hold on. It's gotta be something else. Not hitting it! Oh, there I actually hit it once. Piss. That's not to wait. That's not to wait. Crazy pillow of fire rises and hastily pulled Kione away from the stove. Why?!
いや、どうしてって聞かれても。
Don't tee me! Honestly, even I got scared! All she did was turn the knob and the pot flared up. Okay, one more time.
まだやるの？大丈夫？
Kione, you can do it. Let it be. Jesus Christ!
ほら、言わんこっちゃない。
Why is it doing that? It doesn't even have that much alcohol in it. Rather than a flambe, it's more like a straight up explosion.
でもほら、いい感じに香りついてない？
Aircon doesn't need an aroma. Don't just do it on your own without saying anything. Please, for the love of God.
一生のお願いしちゃう？
Kione, house. After this, one way or another, Kione also does her best with that taste testing. Oyakodon is successfully completed.
おお、今日が手伝った割には普通に美味しいじゃないか。
もうパパ、きょうちゃんも頑張ったんだから素直に褒めてあげればいいのに。でもなんだかこの親子丼ちょっと焦げ臭いわね。
ママ、焦げ臭いんじゃなくて香りがついてるっていうの。
すまないね、たくまくん。酷な役を押し付けてしまって。
No, I couldn't do anything.
そうか。何があったかは想像に難くないな。
As recalling the distant past, Soji reminisces about his daughter's past cooking attempts.
まったくもう、女の子だってちょっと料理できないくらいが可愛いと思わない？
Only if it's a little.
ひどい！ねえ、たっくん、私に対してちょっと当たり強くない？昔はもっと、今日ね、今日ねって、リトと一緒に可愛く後ろついてきたのに。
After seeing this room and that cooking, I think my rough treatment of her is understandable. The old Kyone, huh?
たっくん、リト、おいで
Kyone, it's terrible. Rito fell and scrapped her knee.
あ、大丈夫？ほら、うさちゃんの絆創膏を貼りましょうね。
No, did I not hit it correctly? I have to open Steam. I have to open Steam for it to work.
あんがとう、今日ね。気をつけて遊ぶのよ。
Wait, wasn't that Toko just now?
ちょっと、私とママごっちゃにして思い出さないでよ。思い出したらちゃんと私のこと思い出して。
The reason my image of her as a reliable older sister is so strong is because I was overlapping with Toku, who often took care of us. Well, that makes sense. Kyone is only a year older than me.
私だってちゃんとお姉さんやってたのに。
Part of Kyone enters her lazy mood. If you're gonna say that, how about at least cleaning your room a little?
私にとってはこれが完璧な配置なの。危ういバランスの上で成り立ってる部屋なの。
As a mere mortal, I don't see it at all.
よう、入るぞ。
あ、パパ！娘の部屋に入るときはちゃんとインターホン鳴らしてって言ってるじゃない。
This is a wild pajama set. The knock isn't good enough.
まったく。たくまくんがいるというのに、やはり少しも片付けていないじゃないか。
いいでしょ別に。誰にも迷惑かけてないんだから。
The cramped space does bother me, actually.
今はそれでいいかもしれんが、この先社会に出て自立していくときにこれではいけないだろう。料理も掃除もできないなんて嫁のもらい手もいないぞ。
その時はその時でちゃんとするし。誰ももらってくれなかったらたっくんにもらってもらうから問題ナッシング。
Wait.
うん。その手があったか。
Should you object to that as a father?
冗談だけどね。
I want to drop the bombshell, brushes off lightly and starts flipping through a magazine.
たくまくん、娘はああ言っているが、どうか真剣に検討してはもらえないだろうか。
Wait, so to your eyes are serious, calm down. We're still students.
いいか、私としたことが焦ってしまった。すまない。今の話は忘れてくれ。そういえばたくまくん、確か明日からは新妻さんのところにお世話になるんだったね。
That's not the plan.
君さえ良ければうちにずっといてくれて構わないんだよ。
パパ、それルール違反だからわがまま言わないで。
So it is, I'll be back eventually.
そうか。そうだったね。楽しみに待っているよ。
I could almost cry at the desperation of Soji as he leaves the room.
ごめんね。パパが気持ち悪くて。
Will the day ever come when Kyone realizes that him being a weirdo is all for his daughter's sake? Weird in Kyone, huh? You could at least clean up a little. Or to take as my wife, I'd want you at least clean. To at least clean.
私だってやればできる子なんだから、好きな人ができたらそりゃお部屋の掃除くらいするわよ。
I'm persuaded at all.
トコ、次タクマくんが来た時が勝負だ。お前にも協力してもらうぞ。
勝手に承知の助よ、あなた。もっと美味しいもの食べさせましょう。男の子は胃袋を捕まえるの。
いや、もっとだ。できれば今日がその気になってくれるのが一番だろう。
そういうことならトーコにお任せ。ラブラブカップルにしてみせるわ。
Oh no. The eerie laughter of the Aranami parents echoes quietly.
おータクマ、今日からは私のターンだ。覚悟しておけよ。
When we get to the classroom, Hiyori makes a declaration. Man,
なんで嫌そうな顔するんだよ。
consider it my way of showing you respect.
私はいじられ芸人じゃないんだぞ。
That give me a funny reaction.
なあリト、こいつめんどくさいんだけど。
あんたも似たようなもんだから。
タクマ、リトが冷たいの。キンキンに冷えてやがるよ。
That doesn't mean you can bother me.
冷たい。誰も彼も冷たい世の中。でもなんかちょっと興奮するような。
Today I moved from the Aranami household to stay with Hiyori, who is in the middle of awakening to some new fetish. Needless to say, I'm immensely anxious. After school.
たっくん、一緒に帰ろう。
Actually, I was thinking of heading to the station to look for a place to live at a part-time job.
お前、女の子と一緒に帰るイベントより実生活の方を優先するつもりか？
You have a point, but I can't rely on you guys forever. Besides, that was gross.
気色悪かったは余計だろう。京姉のモノマネしただけなのに。
京姉に言いつけてやろうっと。
Wait.
日和、タクマの邪魔しないで。
Rito.
こいつがスミカとバイト見つけたら止めなくても済むんだから。
Glares me as if to say, don't get the wrong idea. Scaring.
まだ一周もしてないのに。たくま、お前空気読めよ。
Putting that on me?
そう簡単に家やバイトが見つかると思うなよ。
Yeah, probably not, especially the house.
もっとやる気出せよ。
What exactly you want me to do?
お前の廃屋に行く途中に商店街あるだろ。そこに私ん家あるから用が済んだらそのまま向かってくれ。
Gotta think, but you did mention that. Any landmarks?
より茶屋って看板出てるからくれぐれも迷うなよ。
The house is a shop.
商店街なんだからそりゃそうだろ。お前ほんと何も覚えてないな。人のこと言えないけど。じゃあまた後で。と思ったけどやっぱり一人じゃ寂しいからリト一緒に帰ろうぜ。
言われなくても待っててあげたのに、一人で帰るつもりだったの？
たまに優しいリトユキ。
大ぜりしないでよ。
This took it a long while after all. Someone is still on awkward terms with Rito, feel a pang of envy as I head to the station. No security deposit, no key money. Guess I can't run the place after all. I know it was coming, but haven't been shot down so completely I trudged back home. The house is one thing, but I couldn't find a decent part-time job either. Still not supposed to be that rural. Yo, my beloved home, you been doing well? Since I'm in the area, I stopped by my house, which is a ruin as always. I think I gotta do something about the roof and the walls. Ah! I'm staring blankly at my house, that ghost roar echoes from inside, making me jump. Still just evening, how active is this ghost?
誰かと思えば瀬戸田じゃないか。
What are you doing in the wreckage of someone's house, Senpai? The ghost reveals its identity quite easily. It's that weird student council president.
トレーニングに決まっているじゃないか。健康な肉体こそ全ての基本だ。と、もしやここはお前の家なのか？
Well, I wouldn't call it a house, but yeah.
それは悪いことをした。人目を気にせず、鍛錬に打ち込むにはうってつけの場所だったものでな。
Saying that, Ida, well, rather the pervert generously exposes his proud physique.
しかしまさかとは思うが、ここに住んでいるのではあるまい？
Well, due to some circumstances, staying at my childhood friends' houses.
そうか。 実はこの家に住まわせてもらっているのだが、まだしばらくは厄介になれそうだな。
That's No, seriously, what is this guy doing in someone else's house?
何を不思議そうな顔をしている。確かにこの家、屋根も壁もボロボロだが、床があるじゃないか。
The floor is in pretty bad shape too. More importantly, don't you see anything wrong with the student council president squatting in someone else's ruins?
これも全ては世のため、我が子、ひいては我が親愛なる生徒諸君のためなのだ。
Can't deal with this guy. I want to report him. Just a reference. Why are you camping out?
元は電車通学をしていたのだが、ふとある朝、うちの生徒に席を譲った際に気づいてしまってな。俺が電車に乗らなければ、もっと多くの生徒が席に座り、通学時間を楽しめるのではないかと。
I don't think one person makes that much of a difference, senpai.
小さなことでもまずは一からコツコツと。俺が、生徒会長であるこの俺が、生徒たちに模範を示さずして何とする。
Yeah, he's intense. His leap in logic and sheer passion are overwhelming.
だが安心したまえ。今はこれ以上痛まないように俺がメンテしている。いずれお前が戻る時までこの家は俺が保全すると約束しよう。
Wait, really?
この俺に不可能はない。家の仕事からそういった技術を叩き込まれていたな。そこの商店街の店の修繕などもしている。
I'm surprised by the unexpectedly reasonable proposal. By the way, about how much would it cost to make it minimally livable?
これがこうで、このくらいだな。もっとも本当に最低限ではあるが。
Can't imagine what his standard for minimum is, but the amount of he presents is something they could actually manage with a part-time job. You're my messiah.
よせ、俺は会長として当たり前のことをしているまでだ。
Share a firm, manly handshake, and my immediate goal is set. This must be it. In a slightly deserted shopping district illuminated by the setting sun, I find Hiyori's house. Japanese-style cafe, tea house Yori. Decide to head right in.
いらっしゃい。ってタクマじゃないか。遅かったな。
Yeah, opening Steam is actually what makes it take a screenshot. What is... What is that? Hi. You're not a greengrocer.
なんだよ、不満か。じゃあこんなのはどうだ。おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様。
Get on your knees and lick my shoes.
カジュアルメイドにガチの命令するなよ。あ、サービス料1万になります。
Knock it off, someone will actually take you up on that.
お前とかな。
From the look of the shop, I was imagining a more old-fashioned coffee shop, but seeing Hiyori in a Japanese-style maid outfit, it seems like that's not the case. Suits you surprisingly well.
あんがとな。でもそんなんで私の好感度上がると思ったら大間違いだぞ。
The perfect fit for you right now, taking a personality and sucking up the customers.
ひどい。
Oh my Hio, you two are so close. Could this be your special someone? Oh my! Hard to be young again.
違うってば。
Apparently she is a big favorite among the neighborhood ladies.
ごめんなさいね。日和ったらご近所さんに大人気で。
No, I'm sorry for being so noisy. I was sitting in an empty seat watching Hiyori as some woman suddenly speaks to
気
me.
にしなくていいのよ。だって今日からあなたもうちの子
What do you mean by that?
なんだから。子じゃなくてもっと大人のお付き合いでもいいのよ。
Wait, what? Sits right next to me, closing the distance. Scent of an old allure wafts over, making me dizzy.
あんなおばさんじゃダメかしら。
No, it's not that. You're Hiyori's older sister, right? She looks a lot like Hiyori, so I assume she's a sister. Did Hiyori have any sisters?
お姉さん、もうおだて上手なんだから本気にしちゃうぞ。
何娘の男友達誘惑してんだよ、母ちゃん。
Mom!
バレちゃった。まっくん久しぶり。ひよりちゃんママのみよりです。
It's Takun, but yeah. Apparently we've met, but it's just like Hiyori. I only have a vague memory. So this time that's on me too.
ねえ聞いて日和ママお姉さんだって
たくま、まさか豊島好きだったなんて。
You should be watching more of these videos and you would have fucking known. It's a misunderstanding. She's so youthful, anyone would make the mistake.
私未亡人だけどそれでも愛してくれる
Time to give Hiyori a fucking sibling. I will find the fucking devs and personally fucking destroy them for putting her with that personality in a game that puts the not sexually involved tag on her. Let me fucking taste the aged wine! We'll never forgive the visual novel community.
悪ノリやめろババア。
ピチピチの20代に向かってババアとは何よ
母ちゃんまだ20代って私いくつで産んだの？
Why are you taking her seriously? He's obviously joking.
なんちって
What is this mother-daughter pair? Perfectly in sync.
いやでも冗談じゃなくて娘の友達に手出すとかやめろよな。
いいこと日和恋は恋ってのはね自由なのよ
だから年考えろって。それに父ちゃんも悲しむぞ。
気をつけてたっくんこの子意外と束縛してくるタイプだから
好きあらばたくまにろくでもないこと吹き込まないでくれ。まったく母ちゃんテンション高すぎ。そんなに若く見られて嬉しいのか？
若いって最高の褒め言葉だからだからいくつになっても何度だって恋しちゃうの。
ごめんなたくま。母ちゃんはしゃいじゃって。うざかったら遠慮なくお尻叩いてやっていいから。
You serious about that? I haven't fallen so low as to spank another girl's mother's butt.
じゃあどこなら叩けるって言うんだよ。父か？父がええのか？
やめて私のために争わないで叩くなら両方叩いて
This person might be even louder than her daughter.
母上、営業時間中でございまするぞ。
だって日和がうちに男の子連れてくるの初めてなんだもの。ママはしゃいじゃうわよ。
You don't have to find us if you prefer to continue. I mean, it's Sio's first boyfriend, isn't he?
だから違うってば。
自分の家だと思って遠慮せずくつろいでってね。パンツ一丁までなら許可しちゃいます。
No, I absolutely have no intention of getting that comfortable. The line of what's acceptable when staying at a female friend's house has just been crossed.
たくま、すっぽんぽんじゃないと落ち着かないんだって。
まあ逆にプラプラして落ち着かないと思うのはママが女の子だからかしら。
I don't think a woman and her mother would be such a vulgar conversation. Would have such a vulgar conversation in front of a stranger.
あっくん
It's still Takun.
たっくん言ったじゃない。あなたはもううちの子だって。
そうだぞ。うちの子なら堂々と胸張って生きろ。
Even with that flat chest.
今なんつった？
いいわよその調子。その無遠慮でデリカシーのない感じ。
娘を犠牲にして息子を成長させないで。
It's not my place to say, but isn't it about time we stopped this? I'm already tired.
私たっくんが泊まりに来るって日和から聞いて今日はオールするつもりで散々昼間寝だめしたのに。
This one was gonna be with me. I'm not in the I'm gonna kill someone way. In the I'm going to say something that will get me socially executed way.
おい店主、その間お店どうしてたんだよ。
それなのにもうお開きだなんて、そんなのあんまりだわ。
Hey Yuri, do something about your mother fast. At this rate, I'm scared I might let loose too.
無理無理。あれでまだ 50% ぐらいだから。
It's only half, you kidding?
100% 中の 100% で相手してあげてもいいわよ。
Is your mom a fighting game character or something? Why are you casually joining a whispered conversation?
夜も長いことだし、とりあえずご飯にしましょうか。
はしゃぐのはいいけどさ、うちら明日も学校あるんだからほどほどにしてよ。
はーい。
Yuri gives a listless reply, then promptly starts preparing dinner. Finally able to calm down, he took a look around at the needs of my house. At a glance, it feels like a good old-fashioned house with a lot of atmosphere. Pretty small desk. Do we eat here?
そうだな。これしまっちゃうとテーブルないし。
Ah, my bad. Our legs bump under the narrow table, so I apologize. Are we doing it on purpose?
私の定位置にお前の足があるんだよ。ちっと遠慮しろよな。
She's only saying something different, but as told, I moved to the edge. Ah! The toes tickle my foot and let out a strange noise. Annoyingness. Bring it on, I won't stop if you try to. Even if you cry and beg for mercy, you hear me.
貴様こそおこたくすぐり選手権全一の日和様に挑むとは命知らずな。
This isn't a kotatsu.
ひどい。ママのことつまはじき者にして、あたちも
お腹減ったわ。
Me too.
母ちゃん、ご飯。母ちゃん、
死んでる。いけない。ご飯の支度の途中だった。
Watch Miyuri scramble up from where she's lying down. You want me to help?
手伝う気みじんもないだろ。
Sorry, I'm just tired.
ご飯まで寝るか。
Like that, you fell asleep.
家族団らん。いただきます。
Bro, I think I need a break. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was
Save
nice.
しますか？
Holy shit.